Mary, I think, early on here. See what she can accomplish on this chamber for her. She used to be the baiter on the team, having to play a Sage, wait for the team to have to show up, but now full steam ahead for her and Juliano on the Raze.
With this bait, it will just be the cat on in. Mary not able to find that initial shot. Alyssa will drop her down, and Babytz actually going for more aggression. X10 picks 2 up immediately, and G2 has no response. They're zoned by the Sage Wall and forced to fall away.
Yeah, they may be getting a little greedy. They were trying to push past the Sage Wall. Yeah, they were able to break it, but got a little ahead of themselves off of that. But this is that mid lurk I was talking about. Not really a lurk when the whole team is around it, but you can see Glance very much in the front here. No Viper Wall or any setup for them when they do work into this B site, and you have to be concerned about Muffyn, an excellent player over here for X10, but gets caught on the timing. Glance and Petra pick up a couple, and the round immediately back in G2's hands.
And now trouble for X10. It's all Glance. Finds the third. Alyssa alone, trapped in mid, and G2 has no awareness. A slow orb down for the moment. And that spike is ticking. Mimi spots her. Alyssa will find the first. A second onto the headshot. She needs just one more glance. Already huge in this round, and now holding down, hiding behind that wall. She has the time on her side, and she's got the shot too.
Fights.
Very forward, has this rendezvous set up, but Juliano's nade just finds one, and G2 is cleaning up. Holly, they deal a little bit more damage, but this should just be a formality. That is, unless Alyssa can get a little bit cheeky. 1 versus 2 now. Another go. Try to. At this clutch, her position very much noted, and G2 playing this one together. Both members healthy, so a difficult task, but even another kill here could put her in the right direction. Up top holds Juliano, and Alyssa not quite ready for that one. Drop. Final opportunity to come. Getting a spike plant, even with these pistols, would be great. And for X10, on this setup, their goal is to stay away from that retake, to deny early. Up top, Alarmbot will make contact, and Alyssa, she's got the angle. 2 frags picked up, and a pretty simple cleanup on the site. Glance is trying to work another one of these lurks, but very aware is Polly on the other side, and support available there by Babytz. Glance will find one, though. Has Polly isolated, but would have to push her own Molly to take that duel, which is 35 HP, and support on the way. It's not going to happen. From X10 in these backlines, and Glance has that Viper's Pit. Mary will try and hold the line, and dropping from above is Juliano, but Baby Bay plucks her from the sky. 3 versus 3. The pit holds, the wall is up, and X10 is slow on this rotate.
Babytz just sort of stuck on this site at the moment, was walled off, so had a little bit of protection, but intelligent to hold time, get the rest of her team to rotate over on here. They have the Viper Wall to make things a little bit easier, but face checking in towards Glance. You can see the gun, but no, the kills aren't there for Glance. The Viper Pit is going to be coming down, and Mimi from backside finds 3, turns it around with Petra on the trade.
Segment G2 off on this hit. They have to clear back yellow, and they cannot get Polly out of this position. She'll make the decision to leave herself, but still, G2 sit at Amanda's advantage.
Polly finding 2 big kills, but here come G2. Mary on the attack, getting tagged through the Viper Wall. Somehow is able to reclaim and get back towards yellow. Not spammed easily out through that one. The Sage Wall is going to come up, and that's going to block out the shock darts too. So very easy to get that plant down, and X10 unable to deny for now.
JinNy on the shot, but G2 just wants to fight. Petra swings forward, grabs 3, and Mary is there.
First, so we don't want to play that sort of, shooting gallery from back yellow. It all comes down to Glance, this first point of contact for G2, but still chances to trade with Mimi lining up and now calling Glance out as the lockdown comes in.
They're forced to concede that space, and Babytz a well-timed swing onto Petra. 2 less standing. Mimi and Glance, they have the time on their side. A Sage Wall is up, a tap on the spike, but no one holding Alyssa. She's going to try and stick this one down. The swing is there, but she's gotten it half. It's only Glance, but she's found 3, trying to find something more. But Mimi just cannot do it.
They would see that and could instantly sort of play back, guard that.
Did.
Holly gets the kill. That is massive, and Juliano flies into the back lines, gets that opening frag, and wants a little bit more, but Babytz locks her down.
And the objective has been lost. There's no sight of it for G2. They've gone too fast on this execute, and now they have to work all the way back through their spawn, but they're making it happen. Glance and Mary, both were 1. It comes down to this pinch, and there's a Viper's Pit for Polly. She'll pop it straight onto the spike. An operator holding on that other angle, and only 20 seconds for G2. This is a catastrophe.
I mean, you have to sprint into it, but there's an operator outside the pit. How are you going to expect that? They're trying to sneak their way onto the site, and Juliano opens it up with the Sheriff. What is that?
Muffyn needs to survive back yellow. She's the only force remaining on this site. She'll find one. No say teleport to get out, but does it matter? Muffyn has found a second. They're walling out in the open. G2 trying to pinch onto her, and Mimi will find the shot. Back to a 3v3. Now that op can be recovered.
Really strange wall from Mimi. Look how deep that is on the site, sort of blocking in any players from orange working on towards there. Is able to get the resurrection back yellow too, and very aware that Alyssa's going to try and swing around the side.
This round, no flank for X10, but they do have the res. However, none of those players available, and G2 is holding these lines so deep. Juliano, she's received a gift, and she is making use of it. One shot connecting the slow orb down, and Babytz just has to swing into this line, and somehow she'll still get the kill.
It's still just two sheriffs.
And there's a Sage. Well, they need to spam it so quickly. Babytz will get this to half. The mollies are there. The Wally's still up. Glance needs to stop the shield jiggle. In and out knows the time is on her side, but JinNy, she's attempting to stick. It will not happen.
And the chaos, the uncertainty for X10 now weighing on them as Babytz just finds a kill in A. I mean, you can rely on a player like that. That is impressive.
And Mary wants to go hunting for more. The youngest player in this tournament put on a role that enables her, and they're putting on a show. Glance 2 of her own. This is a pretty simple anti-eco. Muffyn is still alive, though. How's that all? Maybe she can get something here in the 1v4.
All right, the coping's coming in strong here. This is a good-looking G2. And yeah, that operator can do a lot of things, but not when Juliano is on the hunt. Look at her, ready and wait. She can hear the footsteps of Muffyn, knows exactly what's going on. Petra's not even getting greedy, right? She's gonna swing under tube as soon as Juliano makes contact. You're not gonna do anything, and Juliano got a little bit hungry. Babytz hasn't locked that in just yet, but in terms of actual fighting power on this site, it's much weaker than previously.
Polly's been seen, she could be in trouble here. Orb to get out, but up top is Mary taken down. Sees for the trade on a spam through the smoke, so 4 versus 4. And Glance again on this lurk. Now they have to set the alarm bells ringing. Someone has to contend with this. This should weaken the hold towards F.
But notice, as this res comes through, JinNy is playing much more over towards screens. Babytz is able to find one and get that res off. So a big swing, and also Viper utility still up on it. It's going to be hard for G2 to scale.
Another layer to this lurk. Glance keeps pressuring in mid. JinNy actually walking all the way around. There could be backstabs on backstabs in that area of the map, but it's relying on X10 living in the backlines of this site, because Glance could beat the timing. If she wins against Alyssa, she has this site cracked open. It's Polly alone. It's Petra for 3, and it's JinNy in the backside. Glance has this pit up. A dart will go in. Does it spot her? Not quite. She needs this kill now, and we'll be able to grab it now. Just Petra in close, and JinNy 4-2. The veteran claims the round for X10. Turret in mid is almost always here, and with the chamber dead, that opens up lots of opportunities towards B.
What is this, though? Juliano is the new mid lurk for G2. No paint shells, I think. They just decided, hey, we don't need the satchels to get in there, so we're going to use her as that thorn in the side of X10. Juliano killing her opposite IGL. Just break open this round for G2.
And G2 has been loving this deep wall. With that lurk activated, they hold so much space, and Mary is posted on the line. Another shot connected with that operator. Alyssa, the last standing. X10 is locked out of this one. A showstopper on top of it all.
Make that a little bit easier, but they're just bailing out of B entirely.
Yeah, and it's interesting as well. This is one of the few maps where you oftentimes do see that the fade rays separated out from each other, playing more individual setups, and that wall for Mimi now.
That's a fantastic wall.
It's so well timed. 40 seconds for that to decay. They'll have to break it or all funneled through 410. There's a molly to go down as well. There is so much stall from G2.
There's a paint shell too from Juliano.
And they have to push straight through. This is a death drop. 10 seconds left for X10. They have a wall of their own, but can they get past Mimi? Not yet. 10 on the clock. The plant not down, and JinNy dead to...
But when you have to take A, it's really hard to get past this Viper wall. You don't have a flash or anything to push you on past there. Not that flashes are necessarily mandatory on this map, but definitely help when getting past this Viper wall on the A side.
And that initial setup in mid, pretty cool for G2, but Glance, I'd say pretty cool as well. 3 kills for her.
Yeah, Glance is having a very nice time of things for this team when previously she's been locking in the Sage.
And look at that aggression. Wow. G2 is just full sending it into spawn. Mary's hitting a shot with her headhunter, and now X10 is pinched. They're trapped towards B. They're forced to commit to the site.
Yeah, and Mary's able to get the one in B main as well. Like, there's nowhere to go. Petra is stuck under bottom side here too. You're never ready for her to be swinging you on this position. Mary is revealed, and Polly's able to clear here, but there's the stinger in the back. Petra finds one, and it's all chaos here. How do you even plant a spike?
But G2 have a double flank. They're making their way back around, and they've dropped into spawn 2. Juliano for 1, and Polly down. No heroics for her this time.
Fall back, right? G2, you have numbers advantage. Maybe even go for like a late... Actually, Mimi doesn't have that wall, so Can't actually do that one. Just looking to take another fight. No, she is confident. Would you look at that?
3 left alive. Viper's Pit is down, and the plant coming through. Babytz will be able to convert that one. So 3 versus 5. G2 on the retake. Resurrection for Mimi, but she's not looking to use it. She wants to fight into this pit.
And look, into this pit you have a Seeker, you have a Seize, you have Paint Shells, you have a Haunt. Like, so much utility for G2 to flush X10 out of it.
There's the first layer. Seize nade. Shorty for Babytz though. If these players get wounded by the pit, she could find so much value. 1 HP on glance, but Babytz is down just 2. They're deafened, they're dead. Mimi on her 3rd, and JinNy in main. She's trapped, and this one might just be over. G2, 13-4, make a statement in their opener on LAN. And she's causing trouble, opens that door, pulls rotations towards A. All 3 players anchored here, but Mimi could catch the rotation. Babytz actually dropping through the hatch into mid, but Mimi takes her head straight off. Maybe a bit misguided on that drop, but with the pressure coming through halls, she had no other option. Mary, another one. This time onto Muffyn. X10 is just being picked to pieces. Vultures from all sides.
Yeah, Mary runs down mid, gets a kill, rotates, runs down hall, gets another. It is falling apart.
And that's Flash.
A Prime Gaming flawless.
Looks like G2 might actually want to flank, yeah.
Yeah, we've been able to work with Mary all the way down mid, and Mimi goes for the over push again. Babytz camps there 9 out of 10 rounds. If she's not there, she is going to be pushing into your spawn somehow.
But Mary could cut this rotation, has 5 bullets in the Headhunter, re-established on the same line, but there's a cage across. X10 have the site now. Bar 1 player tucked close on the site is Glance, but Muffyn's aware. An entry from her. We needed her to step up for X10. She's doing so with a big frag. Still, not out of the danger zone. G2 fast on this retake. Wally's coming down. All these angles are so difficult to clear. Muffyn trying to swing. There's Polly from the other side, and JinNy is there on the trade. Only Mary. She's low, and it's only a Headhunter. She'll find a second. 1 bullet. 2 players against her. The door opening. A 1v1 against Alyssa, and she's missed the shot. Now just a classic. Now barely a chance in this one. She wants a gun. She needs a gun. Make this one happen. At this point, it might just be a matter of damage, and Mary has another. She's only 16, and she's making this happen. Her first LAN, maybe a clutch. She needs to get this halfway, but Alyssa will swing.
Especially with, again, aggressive mid-peaks for G2. They go for this all the time. Although the 2 players you want sort of fighting forward didn't find that angle. It's going to be Mimi for 2. Make it a 3rd. You cannot get past her.
Absolutely not. Read on this one. 2 players towards B main, a drone tag connecting. And do want to just push this in. Juliano in the corner. This is where Reyna can shine. She gets a kill. She can just pop on out, but she'll stick around for more. Second and the dismiss. Easy hold.
For Juliano.
I'm liking it more and more as the game goes on. But what I've also been enjoying is Mary on this chamber. And this time it's not the rifle. The offense said none of these sky flashes connect, by the way. An entire belt of utility dumped into her. But Mary still finds a shot. Only 1. Babytz rips her head off through the wall. And back to a 4 versus 4. But still, this Viper's Pit, a thorn in the side towards main.
How do X10 deal with this? They have the positioning, perhaps try to split in, pincer down on that pit, but with the way Petra has angled herself in mid right on top of that wall, that could instantly get shut down. If these players try to rotate out from double doors, Alyssa just trying to use those Seekers to scout out the players inside the pit. Here comes the pinch.
They only know 1 player
Petra!
is towards B, but Petra, she's on top of the wall.
That is
what
insane.
An angle.
That is an angle you play like in the super late post plants on your attacking side. That is not an angle you get to just punish the attackers from themselves.
They're pushing out of the pit. Mimi took a fight. It's only Glance on this site now. This round is still very much in question. Maybe trying to find her timing to push through, or maybe just biding her time to wait.
So Petra has the ult, but she's going to have to work through mid. And Babytz hasn't moved in the last 10 years. She has just been camped on these doors. She's heard everything from Petra. She is prepared. She will lock down those doors. Now Glance versus the world. JinNy there to secure the round.
This is only the 2nd time they've been able to shut down Mary on one of these openings. And now they have a lot of options. Split towards B, that's the decision. Muffyn in quick, a dash through. Spots a player towards the half wall, and Mimi could be in trouble, but the flash is there to support. Petra finds 2. Polly trying to trade back. JinNy needs something here as G2 is zoned behind that wall, and now with the Viper's Pit down, this post plant potent. Juliano's just pushing in close. She has a timing on this one. Wait a minute, can she find it? No. Polly too aware. Just Glance now 1 versus 3, and the pit up, a dart in her face. It misses though. Is that misinformation? Did they realize? Is the calm there? Yes, Babytz Spots her out, holds her time, holds the angle, but Glance finds it 1 versus 2 now. That pit is waiting, the abyss on the other side. She's yet to find a single player in that timer. Her biggest enemy still, a molly on the spike. And the player's so far back. Glance just needs to spot the edge of one. The Viper there, a flick around, but JinNy playing the long con. She'll wrap all the way back through. Glance is aware, but she cannot find the shot.
Look at the high-low, right? Glance and Mimi playing on that same angle, ready, but the Viper wall does cut it off. G2 don't really have any forward scouting, so X10 actually able to sneak 4 players out and try and push past this Viper wall. Mimi's ready, that was not caught by the flash, and the crossfire, the lineup, it is all here. Babytz, the sole survivor.
Wall in her face, 1 versus 5. Something tells me this is beyond the reach of Babytz. Is G2 set up together? Juliano, ready for the trade. He's patient for but a moment, but he'll just look to hound her down with his utility, not give her a chance in this one. The swing is through. That's the commitment, and that's her downfall. G2 reply. To
a very quick flank option. There's not actually a tripwire over in cannon, so if Juliano is just feeling completely wild,
they're
you
holding
could just
for it,
go
though.
for this.
Polly, oh, the timing, she turns around. Juliano has it, doesn't get greedy, falls away. B site will be lost here. A retake down for G2.
That's your Viper wall that you just lost there. Like, X10 have no coverage once they get on site. Luckily, they got through, but now Petra is stalling. It's going to be a shooting gallery here as all of G2 rotate to B.
And look at the utility that they have for this retake. Full belts on both of their initiators. That orb for Glance to pop down and try and defuse. X10 haven't even gotten the spike down yet. And G2 is already pushing in. Dart for the backside, gets broken immediately. No scans. X10 need to take these spikes. They need to win them. They need to try and stall out. But Petra quickly a flash in a lineup. Only one. Ult is coming through, and JinNy is stuck with her bow in her hand, and Babytz alone now. Finds one of the spam, but the health is low. A 1v2, and Mimi ready for it.
The question is, does a Reyna player ever use her ultimate?
No.
no, they just don't. It's the last round and a half. Juliano has it. Hasn't popped it yet. We'll see if it comes through eventually.
There
but here we go.
As you say it.
We are zooming down halls, opening up that door to find another way to pinch out onto site. This is an aggressive X10, and the trade is good, but there's still Mimi on site here, and you gotta pull out your gun to fight her.
Oh, she'll find one. Not quite the second, JinNy. 1 versus 2. And it will not do. 9-3 for G2.
Going to be fully sending players down halls. Mary does get shut down as the Viper wall does end up coming down, but it's a little bit late. G2 are just sort of fighting their way out of this. Alyssa not going to want a piece of that as she does get tagged up on the exchange, but very likely the plant does manage to go down here.
Maybe trying to flash through this wall, but the right click's not quite turnable.
Ooh.
Will be 2 for G2. They want to keep fighting, though. A third picked up. Maybe 2 of her own in the back lines. Polly is so low on HP. Petra just toying with her, biding her time, but wait a minute. Polly found 2 on 1 HP, and Babytz just comes in. What just happened? This round of some form or another?
That's true. Every round's a pistol round for a chamber, I suppose. You could sort of convince yourself of that. Is, yeah, Babytz just going to farm through the wall. Ooh, we still got the setup on the site, too. Look, I'm a huge Cypher enjoyer, and Muffyn is going to enjoy the tags, playing off of her teammates' utility as X10 just clean up shop on the back site.
Yeah, very nice retake here. Glance does have some mollies to hold the post, but X10's going quickly. Muffyn is just styling on them. And there are some post-plant lineups here, but surely nothing will come of them. Alyssa trying to hold, smoked off, the spam not hitting. It's already gone halfway, and Alyssa's just going to take it all the way home here for G2. Back towards cannon, and it is being held for. And Muffyn is in the perfect position here to try and find something. Glance, though, ready for it. Swings around the corner from Babytz's own favorite spot. Finds her own. And
Juliano surely saw the hat.
What is going on? The player not spotted there. Juliano goes up into a Cypher cage. There's players there to support. This is falling apart again for G2.
Oh no, I swear Juliano could have seen the hat of Babytz over logs right there, but then jumped straight up into the nastiest one-way.
And they have Viper's Pit now for Polly.
Viper's Pit. All of a sudden, this round is starting to come together, and G2 don't have the ability to pinch on the pit from mid, instead just holding hands here with less than 100 HP between the two of them together. Yes, they have full utility on these players, but even then, they're going to have to walk straight on forward. Mimi finds the first, though. They've got a chance.
They're both on 1 HP. Have to work their way back into this pit, and Polly has a Spectre. Spam could be so dangerous. 30 seconds left. to make that heist happen. And 2 layers of security to bypass. Knife will hit. Polly just swings out of it. Pit's down. It's just JinNy. 1 versus 2. She's found the first needs. The connection onto Mimi. 1 HP. No worry for her. Fighting through it, but there's no flash to do so. So instead, they just get spammed down by Mimi. And now a post plant with a pit.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough, right? Because X10 make the decision we play off-site because there's the KO ult and will full retake his 5 very quickly. But they get spammed through the wall, and it's like, now it's a 5 versus 4.
But double drone. They have both the dog and the drone to re-clear this, but Alyssa just goes in. Spam is there. Pit down. That's success for JinNy. Now a 3 versus 4. Mimi in the back lines will swing, trade it through, and Polly unable to make it happen. Another multi-kill for Petra. If I want a sword in Valorant, maybe more of a rifle. Juliano, what's her preference? Let's see. Seems to be the Vandal in this situation.
Seems to be the gun. Yeah. X10 a little bit scattered in the approach, sort of trying to pressure all different angles. G2 gonna be able to shut this one down right here. And luckily for X10, I think it's gonna be probably light armor and rifles going into the next, but so far have yet to really find an answer against the G2 attack, especially when they've been leaving these sites open.
Petra will close things out.
Big game-changing ones. Muffyn already pressuring, pushing down mid. This could open up the round with such a close position. Right around the corner, finds Mary, wraps around the opposite side as well, but no. G2 carved them to pieces, and it's a 2 versus 1. Polly, the last survivor.
A fight versus Mimi. Can she find it? Yes. Tap onto the head. Now a 1 versus 1 for the game, and Glance pushing around. The angle is there, and Polly's got the clutch. JinNy holding for this one. She's actually considering.
Oh no, look at this!
There, and Muffyn finds a timing behind this tripwire, though. Glance is trapped. This isn't a chamber. You cannot smoke that piece of information off. Juliano finds one, and now Glance finds her opportunity. JinNy, though, quick on the reaction.
So often on Breeze, your Sova float is going to be the one to sort of lock down and stop mid from exploding, right? Because if you lose your nest player, you lose the ability to rotate on this map. You lose your spawn, you're all of a sudden concerned, are they going to be pinching me from back bridge, from back arches, over towards the B site? Everything can fall apart. So JinNy showing up at the final hour, so critical for her team holding on here. And now rotating to assist Babytz as this BXQ is sure to come in.
Orb will fall. And Babytz has no utility for this one. Hunter's Fury shut down. A one-way popped. It's something to play off of. JinNy takes down Juliano. Babytz there as well. It's only Mimi. Try and make this one happen, and it's looking undoable. Already a bit wounded, but a kill found. 1 versus 3. The player's isolated on site. Time knows her biggest issue, and interfaces Babytz, but now she has the plant. 1 versus 2. Can Mimi make it happen? A flash still up. She'll swing around the corner and isolate a duel.
And the other team is like, I just hear this orb rattling around. What's going on? Look at this, though. Alyssa's traded out by Mimi as G2 try to speed things up over onto the A site.
Oh, Op is here. Muffyn has a dash activated, but Mimi for another 3 kills. She's doing everything right now for G2, and they should be able to get this plant down on A. Rotations so far behind out of X10.
Oh, big problems here. Babytz, light armor, and a Bulldog, too. You have no flashes or any initiating utility to get you back onto the site. X10 guessed wrong with those side anchors. Mimi's been opening them up with a 3K already in the round. And a chance to swing back into the team. Mary finds 1, Mary finds 2. G2 take the series.